Hey everyone, welcome to another episode. I am your host, the only Kayla, and today I have a very special guest. Today I actually have two special guests with me. Today I have Cheyenne, who is a main cast member on Teen Mom OG, and we also have her beautiful daughter, Ryder, who is also a part of the show. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
How are you feeling today? Hi.
We're good. I'm gonna give you a fair warning. Ryder has been in the goofiest mood this morning, so that is my disclaimer.
That is okay. I have a 3-year-old named Riley, and she's the same way, so no worries.
Yeah,
Well, first I want to say
please.
First, I want to say congratulations, Cheyenne, on your new bundle of joy.
Thank you.
Ryder, how does it feel to have a baby in the house now?
Oh, easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
He says burp.
He burps.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
well,
burp. I don't burp.
you burp too.
Yeah. That's it.
My baby burps too. She tells me all the time, "Mommy, don't have another baby." She says, "I don't want the." Yeah, she says, "I don't want the baby to be in my room and cry." I was like,
Ryder's
okay,
actually really good with him. She just wants to help a lot.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when me and my brother are 6 years apart. So I remember when I was a little bit older than her and he was born, my mom would be like, get out of the crib. Like I wanted to be in the crib with him and I would pick him up and then he'd start crying. My mom's like, why is he crying? I'm like, I don't know. But it's because I was like,
Oh no, that's her. She's gotten stuck in the crib a few times, and I'm like, "What is that noise?" Then I go back there, and it's her in the crib, not him. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
oh, well, that's good that, they're having such a strong bond so far. Ladies, we're here to talk about your new company, Nails by Ryder.
Yes.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about your nail polishes.
So we have Nails by Ryder K, which is a mommy and me line. We launched the 2 weeks before I had Ace. Everyone was like, "You're
Wow.
crazy. Why are you launching a business and you're extremely pregnant?" But Ryder really was like, "I want to be a boss. I want to have something." And as her mom, I'm like, "Okay, let me figure out what that is." And she at the time really enjoyed painting nails. So we decided to help her do her own nail polish line. She has picked all of her colors. She names all of her polishes. And it's been quite the experience trying to get a 4-year-old to run a business. What is that, right? Let me see. What do you have any favorite polish colors?
So here my favorite polish colors. I like I like Cali blue, pink flamingo, and what's the yellow one name?
Yellow hairspray.
Yellow. I like yellow hairspray, and I like rainbow high.
Nice. Ryder, how cool is it that you have your own nail polish company? It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Cheyenne, how difficult was it for you? Like you said, you launched just 2 weeks before you had Ace. What struggles did you face, being so pregnant and then, getting all of the material together and figuring out what you wanted to do with Ryder? And then, when it got down to everything where, picking the nail polishes, the colors and everything, how crazy was it?
It was a lot, especially to take on such a big project at such a, the time was a little, I probably could have chose a better time. But honestly, it's been a lot of fun. Um, she really enjoys it, and it was something that we realized pretty.
This is my comment.
I know, but we're gonna do it later. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just look at a couple of pages, see
Yeah.
how all the questions
Yeah.
we ask you.
It was a lot of fun. She's had a lot of fun doing it, and we've had a lot of fun helping her do it. But sometimes it's a lot because she's 4 and we have a newborn, and we film a TV show and I do a podcast. And there's all these, we have a nonprofit. There's all these other things that we do. But when it comes to Ryder, everything gets halted and we do what Ryder wants to do. It's kind of Ryder's world. It's always been Ryder's world. And I really enjoy it. She's a little boss within herself, and it's probably, everyone's like, you're grooming her and her husband is gonna hate you. I'm like, it'll be fine. But it's been fun. I like it.
No, I think that's amazing.
My husband is gonna hate you.
No, you're not, you don't get a husband yet.
You got a long time for that. But I think it's amazing that you have set up your 4-year-old for success already, and that you're showing her what it is to be an entrepreneur at such a young age. How does it feel for you? How does it feel for you as a mom to know that you're setting up your baby girl at such a young age for success?
You want to go to Sorry.
No, you're fine.
You want to stay? Yeah. Okay. Say that one more time.
I said I think it's amazing that at such a young age you're teaching her how to be an entrepreneur, and she has her own business at 4 years old. So how does it feel for you as a mom to know that you're setting up your daughter for success at such a young age?
It feels good. I was raised in my parents' office. Ryder's kind of like a 4th generational entrepreneur. And to know that we're creating this generational wealth, I mean, that's the goal. A lot of people ask, like, where does the money go? And I'm like, into her account. These are all things to set her up. It's not something for myself. This is literally to set Ryder up to have the best future, to be able to, when she turns 18, figure out, does she want to go to college? Does she want to use this money and start her own, another business? Like, everything is to set the kids up. It's not for like a personal gain. And it feels good as her mom to know that we're in a position to be able to do so. And we'll do, everyone's like, what are you gonna do for Ace? I'm like, give me a second, but it's coming.
Well, since he's so young, maybe you could come out with like little onesies or something.
No, everybody says that, but I'm just like, I need a second to breathe.
That's a lot. In your first week that you guys launched, you guys sold over, I believe it was over 1,000 nail polishes. What was that reaction like in that moment for you to see that, your fans don't only support you, but they also support your daughter?
Yeah, I was so nervous to launch it just because I didn't know what the response would be like. And when we sold, we basically, made everything that we invested into it back, and then more. I was like, oh wait, this works. Like, people, it feels good to know that people not only support me but support Ryder, and I think they kind of support her a little bit more than me. Like, well, dang, I should have done this a long time ago. But it feels really good to know that people do support us. And I think sometimes people like to hear the story and like to know that, like, at such a young age, you can make it happen. It's never too young to be an entrepreneur. It's never too young to, help your children go after whatever their goal is or their dreams.
And it's never too young to teach your kids about the value of money too.
Right.
So I think that's great that, she's a boss. She's making her own money.
Yeah. Don't remind her.
Now, I know the business is still like extremely new, but has Ryder come up with any other ideas of maybe businesses she's might wanted to start, or not yet?
I hope not. Do you have any other business ideas? Do you have anything else you want to do business wise? No, not yet.
No, not yet.
We can't
Maybe
see
fashion next.
What do you don't want to make bows, or?
I just want to be a rock star when I grow up and be a mom and have pregnant.
Oh,
A rock star mom.
a rock star mom. I wonder where you got that idea from.
Me too.
She got it from you, from being a rock star mom.
Am I a rock star mom?
You don't sing, I sing.
Oh, I don't sing.
We leave the talent to Ryder.
Right. It's like, you don't sing, I do the songs.
So Cheyenne, I have to ask you, like you mentioned earlier, you have a lot of different businesses, a podcast, you are a mom, you are a fiance. How do you juggle it all? Like, you have a newborn at home too. So how do you juggle having all of your businesses, and then still being a full-time mommy and a fiance and holding down the home.
I have a lot of help. I definitely have a good support system.
I'm a supporter.
Yeah, no, I have a ton of help. My parents help a lot. My fiance is always on board with all the shenanigans. And we have a really good support system that allows us to be able to do what we want to do, and really allows me to be able to do what I like to do. And being a mom always comes first, and I always remember that. And there's days where I have to just shut everything down and just be a mom, or just be a fiance, and not do all these other, things. And that line sometimes is hard to balance. It's a lot of work that we put in behind the scenes, and sometimes I wish people would be able to see it, to see that you can be a mom and be an entrepreneur, and somehow you can make it work.
Yeah. And that was going to be my next question, which was what advice would you give to moms out there who may want to start a business but are kind of a little apprehensive because they feel like they have a lot on their plate, or, just being a mom, what advice would you give them?
I would say to go for it. I mean, I always tell people, what's the worst thing you're gonna hear? No, like,
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it. I've launched businesses that haven't worked, and I've had to rethink and redo and restructure and throw something else against the wall and see what works. But I would always say to just go for it, because you just never know. You never know who's gonna be in the room. You never know who you're talking to. You never know who you'll meet at the store.
Right.
Um, and it's worth it. It's worth following your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want to be scared by your spider. We don't want to scare her. We don't want to scare her. We have all these like YouTube games and toys surrounding her at this computer, so she's like, what
Having
can
everything.
I do?
But no, I agree with what you said. There's a saying that I love to live by, and it's you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right,
So if you
exactly.
never, if you don't take anything, if no was the worst thing you were anticipating, then what's the harm in trying?
Exactly. So, and I've heard no, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a trust me, when you hear it, it's a shitty day. Like, you're gonna
Right.
have a bad day that day, but you'll probably get a yes. One day
Yeah.
you'll get your yes. So
And I
I
feel like the no's also make that yes more worth
oh
it too.
so much more. Like,
Mm-hmm.
everyone always asks with our family why we celebrate so hard. Like, we celebrate everything. Ryder can lose a tooth and we'll probably have a party. Like,
Right.
but it's like we've had those days where we've heard no. So when we do have those good moments, or those moments where we hear yes, we definitely celebrate to the fullest extent.
Now, I know you also have a nonprofit organization. Talk to me a little bit about that and what inspired that. Because I know we saw, and I know it's based on Ryder's diagnosis, which we've seen throughout the season. So tell everyone a little bit about your organization.
So we started Regardless Fry back in, I want to say, 2017, 2018, and it is to raise awareness for metabolic conditions. When I found out about Ryders, I had no idea that these things even existed, and I didn't know what to do. My head was just like spinning, and I decided to, let's just dive off the deep end, probably, and not only bring awareness but bring some funding and some help to other families. So we've raised a little bit over $60,000, and all that money goes right back into families, with helping with household items, or getting a nanny for a day, or an in-home nurse, or helping with insurance costs. And it's been very rewarding to do so. We have our holiday giveaway that we're doing, and when we first started Rage Regardless Rye, we were only able to help one family that year. Like, that's how much our budget was, like, this big. But that one family was like, oh my God, this is the best thing that is ever happened to me.
Mhm.
Sorry, million phones at once. And I was like, okay, how do we make this bigger? How do we make this better? And this year we're able to help 20 families.
Wow.
So we've grown, and that's with, the thanks to everybody who donates, who supports, and who spreads the word even more. But it feels good to know that, it's getting bigger, it's getting better.
Yeah. And that the support is there. So I think that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know that you are part of Teen Mom OG, but we are gonna see a kind of two spin-off series.
Oh gosh.
Uh, what can people expect from there? I know you can't really talk much about it, but like, what are some things that fans can expect from the series that you're part of?
To be honest, I've done quite a few MTV shows, and when I tell you, I'm probably the most excited to see the Teen Mom Family Reunion. It's like, and I was there, and I'm excited to watch it. Like, I'm like counting down the days for it to air. Like I wasn't a part of it, and I don't know everything that's going on. But it was such a fun experience. It was a crazy experience. Before I went, my parents were like, "No drama, no fighting. You're a mom." I was like, "I
Mhm.
know all these things, girl." They brought the worst out of me, but they also brought, some good times. But I'm like very excited to watch it. But I'm also like, oh my god, let me crawl into a hole. I don't want to
Mhm.
see what I did.
No, so I'm a fan of Teen Mom and I've watched it, I mean, ever since it came out. So I'm also a big fan of Teen Mom OG. So when I saw that they had all of you guys in a house, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be amazing."
Crazy. It was literally crazy. It was, yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna keep saying it was crazy. But it was a lot of fun. Like at the end of the day, everyone's like, "Would you do it again?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I would do it again." So it must have not been that bad, right?
Yeah. No, I think it's great that MTV kind of hopped on that because they started doing VH1. I saw VH1 did it with like Love and Hip Hop
Yeah,
where
I
they
saw
did like a reunion and like they had, cast from Miami, from New York, from Hollywood. And I thought it was a cool concept because you kind of like fall in love with these characters, right? And then to see them all together. So when I saw they were doing it with Teen Mom, I was like, this is going to be epic.
yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I'm very excited to watch it. I hope everybody likes it. It's definitely a different dynamic than what you're used to, and it's way different than the normal season of Teen Mom.
And what was that like being a part of that series also with to have Zach and Corey there too?
Having them there was cool. They get along. So a lot of people are like, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, "No, because we see each other back at home. It'd be different if we never saw each other." But it was fun. The guys had a lot of fun. It was a good time because the guys were able to do certain things away from the moms, and the moms were able to do things away from the dads. And I think it got a chance for everybody to really get to know each other a little bit better and to have a lot of fun with each other.
Also, again, as we mentioned, you and Zach are engaged. Have you guys thought about a wedding date yet?
Yeah, so we're getting married next September. And
I'm back at the ball.
okay, we're almost done, we're okay?
Yeah. Don't worry, we're almost done. And the next part, I need you for, okay?
Okay, so we're gonna be a good listener, right? Okay, thank you. We're getting married next September. We are deep into planning now. I'm super, super like anal and I want everything done way in advance so that the day of we're just not stressed and that it's just a fun day.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations to you. So
Thank
as I wrap up this interview, I play a fun little segment with all of my guests. It's called Five Questions Nobody Ever Asks. So I'm going to ask you guys five questions, and they're kind of like rapid fire questions, okay?
Okay, you ready?
Ready? Okay, so the first question is for your mommy, Cheyenne. I ask this to everybody. Who is the most famous contact in your phone?
Ooh. Uh,
That question always gets everybody. They're like, I never thought about that.
I never thought about that either. Let's come back.
Okay.
I'm gonna think about
Question
it.
number two is for Ryder. Ryder, what is your favorite snack? Your go-to that you love?
Probably for roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups? That's a good pick.
You're better at this game than I am.
Question number three is for Cheyenne. Cheyenne, what are your top three songs in your playlist right now?
Oh, mommy's so bad at this. This is gonna sound terrible, but I don't really listen to music.
Really?
No, I've never, since I was a kid, I was just not really a music person. But right now, Ryder has 3 songs on repeat,
Okay,
which
what are they?
Shine Bright Like a Diamond, uh,
Rihanna?
Mama's Hands,
I don't know that one.
it's by Queen, not,
Oh,
I don't know
Queen
how to say her name.
Naija. Yes,
Yes, she sings that all day long.
that's a beautiful song.
And
I have heard that song before.
yeah, I'm like, she's always singing that one. And what's the other song you like to sing? Are those the two? I think so, right? There's one other one, but I don't know the name of it. I'm so bad when it comes to music. Like, if you look at my phone, there is no music.
That's crazy.
No, I know it's terrible.
Question number 4. What is your favorite movie writer?
Probably Octonauts.
Octonauts. That's a good movie. My daughter likes that movie too. And question number 5 is for the both of you. What is your favorite thing to do together?
What do we like to do together?
Probably paint.
Paint?
Paint.
Yeah, we like to paint.
That's a good one. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for talking to me. Pleasure talking to you, Ryder. It's a pleasure talking to you, Cheyenne. Thank you so much. And I wish you guys much success on your brands, your companies, your nonprofit organization, and looking forward to what you're going to start with Baby Ace.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for your patience.
No, you're fine. Thank you. I appreciate it.